I didn't speak much about Julius tonight because I know many of you were here for the film last year. But I mean, those of you who know and have spoken with me about him know my life was totally changed when I met that man. 79 years old. He'd been in the labor movement since the time he was 18 in the CIO. He served in the Merchant Marine for 9 years, National Maritime Union, decorated in war, combat, did the Murmansk run, was just behind the troops in the invasion of Normandy. And then in 1949, the FBI pulled his papers and said he was a threat to our country. My country, right? Well, he survived the blacklist and he went into film. And he ended up, working as a film electrician for 34 years. Represented his union till the day he died in the Central Labor Council in New York City. But at 79, he started writing songs. And that's when I met him, a diamond in the rough. And it took 2 years to convince him that he could do this. He traveled for 10 years with me all over the country, well into his early 90s. Produced all the anti-Bush, Hail to the Thief CDs, anti-Bush with a capital B. Not I have to make sure to say that here. As he was growing closer to death from cancer at 93, I wrote this song. And I told him, we went through the whole process. He went in, he thought he could do chemo again. His body just wasn't strong enough. And in the end, he said to the doctor, when they finally said, we have to make a decision this week or not. He said, doctor, he hadn't been able to walk for 2 months. He'd been in the hospital bed. He'd had sores and infections and everything. I was there. He said, doctor, I really only have one question. I want to be able to go to my union and be active. I want to be able to go to picket lines again. I want to be able to do those things. And can you guarantee me that if we do this treatment, I'll rebound and be able to do that? And the doctor was full of, well, Julius, we hope, and Julius, our expectation, and this new cancer treatment is, we got an 86-year-old woman up there shopping now, And he was 90 pounds, 93 years old, Now, I didn't influence him at all, and neither did any of his friends. He said, well, doctor, if that's your answer, I say no. And got him into a nursing home, because in the States, he had health insurance, but in the States, you ain't going to do treatment, they kick you right out of the hospital. And he went to a nursing home, and then about a week or so before he died, he said, George, I want to go home. It hadn't occurred to me that he could go home. Hospice care, right? You call it palliative care, right? Hospice care. We thought it was too serious, but the doctors evaluated him and said, sure, we can bring him home, get a full-time nurse and everything. And I told him weeks ago, I said, Julius, I got one more song I'm going to write for you. I don't know if it'll happen before you go. And it did. I was, recording an album and taking breaks every few days and leaving other people to take care of him. And so I sang it for him before he died. And he was very weak, and he said, okay, give me him. I like it. And it's called Welcome Home. And I hope I can get through it. And it's for all old soldiers, and especially for Julius. The drugs are kicking in, and your breathing is slow. Doctors all say, any day you could go. Your hands are too weak to even pick up the phone. And that can't be called living. There's a faraway look I've never seen in your eyes. There's the knowledge, the future holds no surprise. And there's a chorus of angels when an old soldier dies. It gathers around him to sing, welcome home. Sing me, welcome home. What a life you have led, what a story you've told. Welcome home. Welcome home. Now the word's going out that you caught your last train. All the years of hard rambling and in this sad refrain. And only those who've known struggle could ever explain and they rise and salute for to greet you. There's a faraway look I've never seen in your eyes. There's a knowledge the future holds no surprise, and there's a chorus of angels when an old soldier dies that gathers around him to sing. Welcome home, welcome home. What a life you have led, what a story you've told. Welcome home, welcome home. And with you on my mind, I am never alone. Welcome home, welcome home. What a life you have led, what a story